Now, an all-new character fantasy. Have you ever wanted to be someone else? I'm JEANNIE Mai, and this is Character Fantasy. Have you ever dreamed of eating for a living? Yeah, me too. And so is Jonathan, a food industry professional with a secret character fantasy.
I want to be a food critic. I've literally wanted to be involved with eating since I got my first bottle, I think.
Watch as we give him a lesson in food critiquing, a yummy makeover, then we're putting his taste buds to the test in front of a real expert. Hope you're ready to work up an appetite, Jonathan, because Character Fantasy is on its way. Hi. Are you Jonathan?
I am.
I'm JEANNIE from Character Fantasy.
Oh my God, hi.
How are you?
Good, thank you.
Jonathan, I heard you wanted to be a food critic.
Yeah?
Well, I'm ready to take you today.
All right, well, let me get my jacket.
Hope you have an appetite.
Oh, I do.
Okay, good. Let's go. Jonathan, this here is Sarah. She is an actual food blogger who's also going to teach you how to critique food. All right? You guys have fun? I'm just going to go eat.
One of the things I'm going to do for Jonathan today is really encourage him so that he has the confidence to stand behind his opinions about food. Well, the first thing you should know is you should never bring a notebook to a restaurant.
Does Jonathan not only have the taste buds, but the confidence to distinguish himself in the food business? Find out when Character Fantasy returns. Welcome back to Character Fantasy. Jonathan's dream of becoming a food critic starts with our food blogger.
The three most important things to being a food critic are a knowledge of the food, confidence in your opinions, and being able to recognize the difference between what the food is supposed to taste like and what it actually tastes like to you.
Okay. Learning how to critique food, learning what people want is my dream. It's what I want to know.
So what do you think?
I like the fish. The fish is really good. It's kind of spicy.
When you're critiquing food, being descriptive, then it tastes good.
At first, I really struggled with the vocabulary.
So we just worked it through and talked about the presentation and the flavors.
You've worked in a restaurant, you know about food and ingredients and how it's supposed to be prepared, so be confident. Jonathan, he definitely has a good knowledge of the food, but the one thing is he needs to use a broader vocabulary when describing food.
The texture's really nice. Coloring on the shrimp and the lobster is awesome.
Jonathan is definitely ready to be a food critic.
We knew he'd have a food critic. We need to tone down his look because he's going to be way too recognizable in this, right? Don't go away. We've got to tone down Jonathan's good looks with a make-under when Character Fantasy returns. Welcome back to Character Fantasy. Jonathan just got lessons from our food blogger. Now it's time for his make-under.
For Jonathan to look like a food critic, he'll probably have to dress down a little bit.
All right, Jonathan, you look really cute, but everybody's going to recognize you everywhere you go, right?
Okay.
So, a little more anonymous.
Great.
Nice. You look relaxed, average.
I think a food critic actually doesn't have a description. You should walk in and be anonymous.
All right, Jonathan, you ready for your challenge?
Yes.
We have a world-renowned chef who flew here especially for you,
No way.
and you get to critique it in front of a very knowledgeable judge.
Okay.
Jonathan is ready to test his taste buds in front of our super secret judge. What he doesn't know is that the judge is actually the chef who will be cooking his meal. When Character Fantasy returns to Character Fantasy, Jonathan has received a make-under to help him blend in. Now he has to prove himself in front of a very special judge, world-renowned Michael LeDuc. What do you say we order?
Let's do it.
Yeah? Okay, wow, I did not know Red Lobster had so much to choose from. They even have a variety of delicious, high-quality fresh fish that changes daily. I'm so having the tilapia in a bag. What about you, Jonathan? Is it gonna be grilled, broiled, blackened, or glazed?
I think I'm gonna get the maple glazed salmon and shrimp.
Yeah. All right,
So here we
let's get
go.
in, guys.
When I first sat down, I really didn't know what to do. I didn't know how to approach it first. So then I used the tips that Sarah gave me in the way that I approach everything.
All right, Jonathan, I think you've had a few bites just to kind of give us the little lowdown here.
Okay. I like the combination of the salmon and the shrimp, and I like how the fish is grilled.
The 3 steps that Sarah gave me, the one that came through for me the most was definitely the confidence. Just knowing what I had to deliver and then actually delivering it.
How did our food critic here do?
Well,
Mr. Michael LeDuc here himself, who's created all the
Thank
dishes
you.
from Red Lobster.
I was blown away that it was Chef LeDuc. That was awesome.
Your critique was fabulous. I thought he did a great job. I don't think it's easy to always pick out those flavors and understand what's going on in the dish.
Well, guys, that's another delicious fantasy fulfilled. To make your fantasy a reality, check out characterfantasy.com.